Hello, my name is Mandy and my channel is Mandy Sorts It Out, and I'm here to give you a weekly spending review, although it feels really ridiculous giving it that title because there's not much to say really. I'm still full of cold, and because I'm full of cold I haven't done much, and because I haven't done much I haven't spent much money. So what I do is I go through how much I've spent in the week, then I look at how that affects my monthly budget, and then how that affects my annual budget. I have spent £699.28 this week. £695 of that is my rent, so that comes out my housing budget, and £4.28 comes out of my food budget. I went to the shops once this week. I had to pick up an Amazon parcel, and while I was there I bought some bread and soya milk and I think a packet of sweets, and that was all I spent, and that's all I spent this week. I've had income this week of £1,599.90. £1,598.49 was rent less 20% tax, and £1.41 was interest on my bank account. So that's my weekly spend. Here's my monthly budget. I've put January at the top. It's February. That's what happens when you have a cold. I'm going to change it here. So, yeah, out of my £221 I put aside every month for food, petrol, toiletries and cleaning, incidentals and phone, I spent £4.28, and that leaves £116.72. And looking at my annual budget, that shows I've had income of £15,548.19 since the 1st of May 2025. And I've spent £13,929.60, leaving £1,618.59 in my sinking fund. You can see this budget lists all my different budgets out, totaling £17,876.10. That's what I expect to spend this year, well, from 1st of May to 30th of April. And of that, I still have £3,946.50 to spend. I'm coming up to the end of the period, as you can tell. And so far it looks like I'm going to achieve it, but we'll have to see. I'm never entirely sure of my income because I rent out my house, and it depends if there's any work that needs doing. If there's work that needs doing, then my rent comes in lower. So that might affect whether or not I hit my target this year. But we'll just see. We'll just have to see. It's unknowable at the moment. So that's all that sorted out very quickly. I'm not going to say I wish I was sick more often, because then I wouldn't spend so much, because I haven't really enjoyed this week. But there is a silver lining to it, definitely, looking at that. Anyway, the other day I was sitting eating some toast with butter and marmalade, and I thought, can't believe it, I made this bread. And then I thought, oh, I actually even made this butter. I made this butter from cream. Turned out really well, by the way, the butter I made from cream. I obviously hadn't done it quite long enough first time. I hadn't whipped it long enough. But this butter's lasting and lasting. And then I thought, I even made the marmalade. And I thought, I haven't shown everybody that yet. So I'm going to have a video now. This is me making marmalade. Hi, I'm making marmalade today. I've washed up the jars to put the marmalade in. The jars are in the oven, which is warming up. The lids are in this pot. I'm going to make the marmalade here. I've got the jar of marmalade and I've got sugar. So put them in together. Apparently there's a measure inside the can of how much water you need to add. So I'll just do all that. The measure is on the outside of the can, which is a little tricky, but I'm sure it said, oh, it's on the side. I thought it said it was on the measure is on the outside of the can, but I think I've got it right. That's 1.8 kilos of sugar. Oh, by the way, do you like my apron? This was a gift from a friend that came and stayed with me. Next stage is to bring to the boil, stirring continuously with a wooden spoon. Bit worried I might not have enough battery to keep recording for very long. We'll see what happens. So it's been heating up for a while. My oven, I'll turn this off. It's been heating up for a while now. My oven isn't great. It's an old oven and it doesn't bring things to the boil quickly. It's on the maximum. I'm still waiting for it to boil. But I think we're getting there. What I did with the camera off was I used a spatula and I emptied the rest of the tin into the mix. There were lots of lumps in the sugar. I should have mashed it before I put them in with the oranges, but I didn't think to do that, so I didn't. I'll know for next time. And then I've just been stirring it. Oh, it's starting to boil. Starting to boil. Right. Okay. Now I'm a little concerned about it splashing because that will not be nice if it splashes on anybody. So I might put the lid on a bit just to make sure if it splashes it goes that way. It's getting very foamy and it says to put a, what does it describe it as? A knob of butter in. I'm not sure how big a knob is, but to put a knob of butter in to get rid of the foam. So I'm going to do that now. That didn't do anything, so I'm going to add a bit more.
That did a lot better. What's the time? 12:57. It's supposed to go for 15 minutes, so till about 1:15. Well, it's been 15 minutes, so I'm going to just test if it's done. And for that you need a cold dish that's been in the freezer for a few minutes and a spoon. And where's the jar? Half a teaspoon onto a cold saucer into a cold place. I think it's sort of setting on the spoon, but we'll put it in a cold place for 2 minutes. And after 2 minutes, we have to draw a finger over the surface, and if it wrinkles, setting point has been reached. If not, reboil for a few minutes and test again. So, yeah, I'll do that. Oh, okay, let's see. Yeah. I don't know if that's a definition of wrinkles, but it seems set to me. So I pulled it off the heat and I have to leave it for a few minutes to stop bubbling. Obviously, I don't want to pour it into the jars when it's bubbling. Okay. So you can see I've added the funnel into the boiling water with the lids just to sterilise that. It's not reaching all of it, but I'm hoping the steam will sterilise the bits that aren't in the water. Yeah, so I can get rid of the lid now. I was wondering if I should have taken the labels off the jam jars, and the answer is yes. They have burnt in the oven. But seeing as that won't affect the flavour of the marmalade, I'm going to keep going. Okay, so I think I'm ready to go start filling them. Probably need to fill the closest ones first. Let's move that funnel. I've got 5 454 gram bottles and then 2 which are less than that. I can't quite see what they are on the label. Oh, 340. I think it makes 6 bottles. I think that's what I read. If I'm left with more, I shall have to sterilise a few more jars, but at the moment I think I'm okay. I'm going to put the microphone down and do it without the microphone. That's interesting. The honey jar, it fits, which I'm presuming has a slightly larger lip. The other ones it kind of sits on top of, but it doesn't fit, so I'm going to have to hold it. Hopefully the handle will have cooled down a bit. Let's just see. So, marmalade's all cooled down now. This is the one that I'll be using first. As you can see, it's set firm. Yep, and the jar has sealed. So I need my jar key. And I'll show you a bit on a spoon. I've already had a bit of a taste of the amount that I let cool on a little plate, and that was nice. It's a bit tart, but not crazy tart. Oh, it's quite thick. Yeah, a bit tart, which is what I like. You can't believe it would be tart after all that sugar that went in, but it is. Yes, lovely. I have decided to buy an emergency kit for my car. I don't have anything. I don't have anything like that at all. I don't have a emergency triangle. I don't believe I need one unless I leave the UK, but it probably would be sensible to get one. I don't have an emergency blanket in my car. I don't have any kind of blanket in my car. And I did think about that as being rather daft, actually, for this time of year, especially when I do travel down to Bristol quite a lot. If I was to have an accident or something would go mechanically wrong and I was stuck by the side of the road, I would get pretty cold. So I would like to organise that, as soon as possible, really. So I've been looking into maybe getting things from Amazon to get some sort of emergency kit sorted out for the car. So that will be my incidentals for this month. Thank you for watching this video, this very short video to the end. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next time. And let's hope this coal goes. Please, please, let's hope this coal goes by next time.